was Marcus with the free throws down the stretch?
Ooh, yeah, that's what you got to do to win the close games, and those guys stepped up and did it. And that was a battle like we know. Everyone, it's a rinse, lather, repeat in this league. We come in and we talk about how good the other team is and how physical and how aggressive and how well coached, and then you're on to the next one, which is the same thing. I mean, this league has been great, and we embrace the competition. Our guys have been fabulous in the fact that you have to play good to win these games. You have to do some, you don't have to be perfect in making your shots, but you have to get stops when you need them, make free throws when you need them, do whatever it takes. And these guys have been doing that, and that's a great quality to have and an impressive quality to have.
Marcus was saying, he feels the intensity of these games, late February, and that he's got a hunger to finish all this off.
Yeah.
What did you see out of your team tonight in terms of their hunger?
That's and they just do it. Like I said, they're not perfect, and there's things I'd love that we could do better, but I always say that we do the most important thing well, and that's finding a way to win. So I'm not going to nitpick about that. Yeah, we're trying to get better at a lot of the things we need to get better at, but what a great quality for a team to have is that, winning character.
Marcus is just an unreal competitor, but oftentimes he does that kind of quietly, and tonight, I mean, he had his emotions on his sleeve and stuff. Is that a good thing at times, and what did you see from him?
Yeah, and that's what we've been pushing all these guys. Like I said at the start of February, I said the player-led team will win this league, and we're making big strides in that. And just because you're quiet doesn't mean you can't do it in your own way. You don't have to be. Everyone's not the same, and just do it in your own way. But you got to do it. The job has to be done, and he's doing it.
Do you know who led you in plus minus tonight?
Lucas Milner. That's a huge. And he was 9 points off 3 shots, efficient, and I probably should have had more minutes for him. But you have your guys that you're secure with, and he has more like that and more minutes like that. I'm going to be really secure with him too. That's what this team needed, and we don't win that game without him playing the way he did.
It's one thing to want to do something; it's another to actually accomplish it. To see your guys come through when those 3-pointers came down in the final 58 seconds, how did it feel?
Huge, because like I said, it's not about being perfect. It's being able to respond. And they show that. Like Max never misses free throws. He missed a free throw. Or next play, he makes that little floater. That was tremendous. That's a great response, because that could bother you that you missed a free throw, because he never does, and he missed 2 of them tonight. But doesn't matter. And then we got a group that's really good at that, and got to keep getting those young guys better at that. But we got a group that's pretty dang resilient. They just keep in the ring and keep fighting, and pretty soon the punch lands, and that's the knockout. So I'm really proud of them, though. These games in February are so hotly contested and so intense, and what a great crowd it was, great atmosphere. It worked out perfect. I didn't know tomorrow was a holiday, I guess, so but it was awesome. It felt like a high-level basketball game in front of a lot of people, and I think everybody walks out happy and feels great about it.
Naj, these last 3 games, he's playing at a really high level. He scored 17 on 7 shots. Last game, he had 13 on 6 shots tonight.
Yeah.
What do you think about the way he's playing?
Well, it's funny because we just come in here and we have the same conversations a lot. Those guys are doing their jobs, and they're bringing what they can bring, and they're leaving everything out there. That they play a lot of minutes, a lot of nights, it's a long grind of season, and they're playing at a high level, night in, night out. That's what it takes, and that's our next one. We need it sold out to the rafters. It's going to be a big one, and the season's been building, and these are the opportunities that you want, and this is exciting, and our guys are embracing it and enjoying every second here, especially at Extra Mile.
How big was that final minute in the first half where they called the flagrant one, and then you end up getting I think 6 free throws or something in the last minute?
Yeah, that was big. And then they came out second half, regrouped, and cut the lead back. And So, you know, we knew that, I mean, that was a big momentum run, but, you know, we knew that the second half, this was going to be this kind of game, and the way they were defending, and it was going to be a hard-fought game down to the final, and it sure was.
Marcus scored his 1,000th point on a free throw, then ends it with 6 clutch free throws. To have the milestone and then him finish it off with that game, I mean, what's he meant to this program over the last couple of years, and knowing he's only got a couple more home games?
Yeah, and he's really going out the right way. I know that. He's embracing it and giving everything he has. He looks like he's getting healthier and better shape and all that stuff because we played so many games. And but if a guy gets to 1,000 points in a program, it's quite an accomplishment because they've been through a lot. And think about what he's been through, the championship last year and all those great games and all those clutch shots and all the stuff he's done this year, playing through injuries. And I mean, it's impressive. And, he's left his mark on this program, and, he'll be up on the wall someday with a lot of great ones.
I think when he's at the free throw line, right? You probably think like, oh, I'm going to visualize positive things. He said that he was thinking about the free throws he missed in the season opener that ultimately decided the game.
Well, I wouldn't advise that. That's not. I got to have a talk with him about that. Those are dead and gone. But he's a perfectionist. He really is, and I got to keep him away from that because I've yet to see. Oh, wait, I have seen perfection. A Friday night here, I was here. I got to see it. It hasn't happened since We've had a program since 1974, and we got perfection in gymnastics. So I got to see it. So maybe I should have her talk to Marcus. So maybe it is attainable. So it's pretty cool, by the way.
There was a moment about 8 minutes ago where he was a little frustrated that he didn't get a call. He was bickering a little bit. He was wanting some guys to pass him the ball, and then you took him out, and he was sitting there. It looked like he was just kind of fuming for a minute. And how does he put that away?
He does. He does a great job of that, and that's growth by him. Because 2 years ago he couldn't have done that, and if something starts, and that's what we're working with on all our guys, because that's what, we don't win that game if we don't regroup. We don't win, I just cited a couple examples of that, and Marcus has gotten so good at that and better. And, it's natural to get an emotional reaction, and it's natural to get frustrated, and it's how you respond that finishes and changes the game.
You've got a couple of key guys that are playing through injuries this season, and probably some other injuries we don't even know about.
True.
How much does desire take over at this point in the season?
It's just grit, toughness. They put so much. We talk about that a lot. They put so much into playing these. They can have time off in May and recover and do. This is what it's about. We love competing. We love being here in front of our fans and that kind of atmosphere. That's why you play college basketball. And so our guys do a good job. We embrace that. And, it's not going to be perfect, but we're just going to fight and keep competing, and that's what these guys do a great job of. They're gritty. They're a gritty group.
The 11 threes they made, a couple crazy ones at the end, but was it just them having a hot night, or was it the defense maybe not perfect on some of those?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I don't know. There was a couple that if we contest them more, we foul them. That one from the corner that Max was on at the end, there was a couple. They're shot makers. They're good players. There was a reason why they were 12-1 and 12-3 last time we played them. It's a fine line, but they're a good team and well coached, and they're going to be a factor in the conference tournament for sure, and going forward.